We have to let other people have their own problems sometimes, because they're their problems. So it's useful to separate out what we're really responsible for and how far that responsibility extends. I sometimes talk about the blame pie, which sounds a bit Sesame Street, I know, but so the blame pie, which can be a useful analogy for people. I might suggest, tongue-in-cheek, that there are those who greedily take too big a slice of blame pie when things go wrong. It might seem strange to reframe the idea of over-responsibility to a type of greed, but so often when we use a different lens to view something through, we can start to see it totally differently in a useful way. So I had Graham visualize a responsibility pie. Is it fair to deny others their fair share of responsibility, or are you going to just sort of grab all that pie greedily? And he kind of laughed and got the point. So ask your client to separate what's theirs to handle from what belongs to other people. Are you going to steal that from them? If we see for a moment responsibility as a kind of property that belongs to a person, then you need sometimes to remember it's not your property. It's not your bad mood. It's not your drinking. Graham actually found that analogy really useful. So we can encourage clients to ask themselves, is this really my responsibility? Or am I trying to steal too much responsibility from this person and take it on for them? Am I taking on someone's load when really it's maybe more fair to let them have that, because after all it is their life, and life is made up of challenges to some extent. Am I stealing their fair share of responsibility? So this mental boundary helps them focus on what they can control or influence rather than becoming overwhelmed by issues outside of their scope. Now, some people take on too much because they feel bad about asking others to take on their fair share. So this will be an issue of not being assertive enough.